Hello everybody, I am Angry Bird. New Steel Division 2 season. Hopefully you've seen the General's Lounge podcasts that we've been putting out. Today begins my coverage of the new Steel Division League 2 season. And we're starting things off with a fantastic game here, Robert versus Gonzo. If you want to know more about the league, the format, things like that, definitely check out the General's Lounge podcast. They've got more information in there, and you can keep up to date with results. I would say if you do go into those videos, you will start to get spoilers on results, so bear that in mind. But I know some people like to keep really up to date on things, so those are available. Today's game, we have Gonzo versus Herr. Herr Robert's deck is in front of you. He's playing on the left hand side in red, and he is playing Grouper Bezuglago on Maverick deployment type. We actually had a look at this deck in the latest Generals podcast, and we were kind of a little bit unsure about what this deck was built for. In a sense, there's a lack of anti-tank equipment, or yes, really in it. Maybe the Su-76s can also be used in the anti-tank role, but there's no anti-tank airplanes. There's an Su-88 in there, and then he's relying on the M42s and the Zis-3, which aren't always the best anti-tank weapons. They are fantastic anti-tank weapons, don't get me wrong, but sometimes against the heavy tanks, you want something more than a Zis-3, really. So could struggle against some heavy tanks. We'll see how many Gonzo has at his disposal. The Cherno Pizzanik is very strong units at the moment, and interesting here, Robert is taking the Sapri PPSH in the Jeeps. So we'll see whether he does use a Sapri PPSH Jeep Rush, and whether the Sapri PPSH meta is back. On the right hand side in blue, Herr Robert's opponent for today is Gonzo. We were talking about heavy tanks. Well, he doesn't actually have too many heavy tanks. He has the Tiger E, so I can maybe see why Herr Robert's not chosen the Bezuglago deck and doesn't have a lot of AT equipment in there, you know, the AT planes. So here, Gonzo only has the 2 Tiger E's in B phase, but he does have the Jagdpanzer 4s, and these can still be, you know, pretty difficult to penetrate. So we'll see how Robert does with the 6 Jagdpanzer 4s and the 2 Tiger E's. Can he get through those heavier tank vehicles? Gonzo's deck, he is on Maverick income as well, obviously playing the Fallschirmpanzer Hermann Göring. What do we think about this deck? Well, the infantry is good infantry. He has a similar amount, 78. I think Herr Robert had about 87 units of infantry, so they're fairly well matched at infantry. Gonzo does have the 6 Ju-87G2, so I think he's going to look to try and take over the map with his vehicles and his tanks. The game is underway. Let's jump in and join the action. Hey Robert, like I said, on the left hand side in red, and wow, look at the aggressive movement orders from Herr Robert at the start of this game. Gonzo on the right hand side in blue, aggressive in the northern area, but more defensive in the southern area. Herr Robert's just going full out aggression all across the map. Early Su-76 strikes, mistimed with those strikes. He is going to get 2 shells coming now on target. Oh, 1 Panzergren down immediately, and the other 2 unloaded. So I was saying mistimed with those strikes, but actually perfectly on target. Look at that. Down goes a I think that was a Jeep from Herr Robert. Looks like the northern side as well, there's going to be some engagements. The 2 SPW-231s do start unloading onto the Sapri PPSH and the PTRS-41, but the Sapri PPSH do go down there. It looks like the SPWs are making a movement forwards, but the PTRS-41 is in there, gets the spalling hit and the driver kill. Bounce, can he get a kill on one of these SPWs before he goes down? No. So the SPW survive in the center. Gonzo's half-track HG Pioneers are going to make it through. But in the south, Herr has pushed very hard. Has picked up the flag. Takes Gonzo to a 15-9. Sorry. Well, takes Herr to a 15-9. So it's going to be interesting. Can Herr maintain this early aggression? It's very strange to see Herr so aggressive early on, but it's doing him some good right now. The Jagdpanzer 4 back there, striking down onto the Cherno Pidzanikis, making their way across the open. The Sapri PPSH picking up another flag and a rear one. 16-8 for Herr now. This is amazing. I love the start of this game. The Su-76 is still striking down. And I think that early Su-76 gave it Herr a lot of momentum in this southern area. He's just got to continue that pressure. The SPW-233s are now raining fire down on the central Cherno Pidzanikis, and these are fantastic anti-infantry vehicles. They have the 2 damage on their shells, but they can fire at 12 rounds a minute. I mean, you see how fast the rate of fire is coming from these vehicles. Looks like the HG Pioneers are pushing forwards in this centre town. I think Gonzo's biding his time, you know, microing them, holding them behind the building. I mean, look at this micro here. He's got them sat right behind this building. Proper infantry leader. Just holding them there. I think Herr has popped the smoke from the Ognamachiki and is moving back. Gonzo pushing forward his HG Pioneer MP44 versions and the HG Panzergrens further forwards. As long as Herr keeps all of his units all together, and especially engages with the Ognamachiki up here, I think he's going to be okay in that northern sector against the infantry on its own. We have a Tiger coming into the central area, being fired upon by the Pak 38. Looks like the Tiger's been brought in to engage those SPW-233s. This 3-gun can engage as well with its HE. The Tiger's also taking shots from 2 Pak 38 guns here. That Tiger's got a lot of fire coming down on it. Can it survive? This is a tough situation. Shooter knockout, loaned a wounded. It's now falling back. Can we see? Looks like it is falling straight back up the road, so should survive as its frontal armor is facing forwards. The SPW-233s push forwards once again, firing on the Zis 3-gun, and that Zis 3-gun is going to go down in a matter of moments. SPW-231 is trying to push down the southern area. We've got an M42 45mm, although the line of sight isn't fantastic. The SPWs can sort of stay behind this forest, but I think they are going to come back out again. The Tiger's still falling back. The Cherno Pidzanikis just cannot make it forwards right now. Gonzo has cut off this supply route into the town with the SPW-233s and the 2 AT guns. No movement in that centre town for now, although I think an infantry unit did go down, and Herr is reinforcing it. It looks like he did win out the engagement in the northern forest. That was as we expected. The T6 Tiger is coming in now. He's going to have to tackle with a Jagdpanzer 4, and that Jagdpanzer can still take out that Tiger. So that will be interesting who wins that one out. Wow, the M42 gun did go down. I'm not sure what got the kill there, whether it was the SPWs or the Panzer 3M, but it did go down, and this Su-76 is backing away. It is in a little bit of trouble here. Gonzo can now realise there's no real infantry presence in this southern side. Might be able to push down with more units, but if he takes them this route, he's still got a lot more to deal with right now. HG Pioneer MP44s do take out the initial Sapri PPSH. Robert's got to be kind of careful here because he doesn't have full strength units. And those HG Pioneers, with the satchel charge and the 7 MP44s, can do a lot of damage. He's going to have to engage with all of his Ognamachikis at once. I think he can win that out if he does that. And it looks like that's what he's doing. Popping smoke, grouping them together and getting ready to attack. In goes the first Ognamachiki. Flames go down. Who's going to win out this battle? I think Herr will win it out. But he needs to engage with more than his... You know, if he engages one at a time, just like that, the Ognamachiki are going to go down. I'm anxious to see who's going to win this fight. I think the HG Pioneers, they are now going to get stressed out. Herr needs to react and push forward for a surrender. In comes a Ju-87G2. Looks like it's going for the Tiger on the hill. Can we capture this? Oh, does take that Tiger down. Nice strike from the Ju-87 G2 there. And the HG Pioneers did go down in the forest. In comes an IL-2M. Although the ME-109 G6 is going to get right behind that. Oh, he kind of overshoots. Can he get back on? Can he get onto the back of the IL-2 again? It does circle back around, so he's got the opportunity here. Look at the model of this unit. It's just absolutely beautiful. Looks like the IL-2 is going after that JU in the center. Will this ME-109 be able to catch up? This is going to be interesting. I'm going to follow this one. It looks like Herr spawned in a fighter of his own. And there's going to be some nice engagements. Pulls back the Ju-87, so I don't think the IL-2 is going to get there, but he is chasing. Gonzo spawns in an SDKFZ-71. That's going to give him the advantage. The IL-2 is getting shots on target now. Does take down the Ju-87. Nice kill there with that IL-2. So chased it all the way, but then does lose it out to the ME-109, diving to try and get away. Here Robert's going to chase with his fighter. Oh, bad camera right there, but the SDKFZ-71 is coming in now. And that is a mighty anti-aircraft unit right now, and this PA2 is going to have to back off. Will it be stressed out? Will it have to fall back? Yes, that's going to give Gonzo the opportunity to get behind it with the ME-109. Two-star ME-109 going to go for a head-on pass now. Does not manage to get the kill. This is exciting aircraft action. Unbelievable plays. Beautiful to see. I don't think that ME-109 is going to catch the PE2 again, so we will now leave that action, but fantastic. Looks like a crew kill did come out onto the T-34-76, possibly either the PAK-3850 or the Panzer IIIN here. And the Tiger in the center did go down to that earlier Ju-87 strike. The Tiger in the center city is he's kind of backed off. Oh, looks like K. Roberts actually repositioning that, so that was going to be on a fast move order to get into a new position. Gonzo, his HG units have gone down. Hey, Robert maintains control of the city, maintains control of the north. Gonzo isn't concentrating units there. Gonzo's finding the opportunity in the south. He has brought it back to a 12-12. Hey, Robert's established a decent lead here. We're on Maverick income. We're not out of phase A yet. Both players are on the same income scale, but it looks like Gonzo has traded well in this southern area. I think the SPW 233s have done fantastic jobs. I mean look at them. One of them's out of heat shells, HE shells. The other one's out of HE shells. The strafing run coming down onto OB25. Robert needs to get some anti-air in there. Yes, is bringing a Xenon 85 mils, chasing down with a PE2, but that won't get there either. A Gepard coming in for Gonzo. Yeah, the PE2 backs off there. Doesn't want to lose a second. Oh no, did manage to get the northern PE2 out. And look at Gonzo bringing forward the SDKFZ-71. He's going to shut down the airplay from Herr Robert in that northern section. Gonzo pushing forwards with the HG Pioneers and the HG Panzergren. Here Robert doesn't want to take the fight, is putting his units on return fire only. The Strelky are going to go down. They're caught, they're suppressed, they're caught in the light cover, and the HG Panzergrens will finish them off here. And this gives Gonzo quite a large amount of control in this southern side. It's going to be interesting how Herr Robert fights back here. In the center area, the Tiger is taking up a nice position on top of the hill to overwatch this central place. Will take shots at the SDKFZ 251/1. Should get the kill there quite easily, as long as he can get in line of sight with it. The HG Pioneer has pushed forwards though, and with the satchel chargers will win out in the battle against the Strelky unless Herr Robert finds some other way. He's trying to move his units out of the way here, but the HG Pioneer controls this heavy forest now. Herr Robert's going to have to find a way to take down that unit. I could expect an airstrike in imminently. Doesn't want to lose this Strelky unit. They have pushed out into the open, taking fire from the SPW 233 on the rear hill. The Tiger, I think, should be moving up here to try and help out this Strelky unit. They are falling back. I think they are going to make it into this forest just behind them, but the HG Pioneers take control of that area. In comes the Ju-87G2. It's got to be targeting this Tiger now. Let's watch this one as it goes in for the kill. Herr doesn't have the anti-air to back up his lone tiger. Hasn't noticed right now. I think, yes, he has now noticed. He is backing it off, trying to face frontal armor towards this Ju-87. Who will get the kill? Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Herr does come in with two PE2s there. Surely will get the kill. But in comes Gonzo with the ME-109. If he can get on the back of these PE2s, they will go down as well. Oh, he's so close. He is so close. Just overshoots there. Is he going to remain micro onto the other PE2? The other PE2 is chasing down. The Ju-87 actually got out there. And this ME-109 is now going to turn around and find his way onto a new target. The PE2's actually back off. And I think both of them, are going to get out. This ME-109 has to come around. He's going to do a head-on pass, but won't get the kill. Those are heavier resistance fighters, so will survive. Herr brings in the DZ KAO 152, but it's not fantastically targeted here. He's kind of missing his opportunity with that off-map. He won't know there's no targets in this forest. I mean, looking at the front line, he expects there's units here. But actually, when you consider the units that Herr's got, he has nothing up here right now. So with the front line pushed here, you know, it's misidentification of this area from Herr. And he is a fantastic player, don't get me wrong. I have got time to look at this. Herr won't have time to kind of analyse this. But look at the front line here. If Gonzo had an infantry unit in this forest, the front line would be around about here, between the two pairs of units. But because Gonzo hasn't got infantry units, his infantry's back here, the front line is between the two units, which is on this heavy forest. So that's why Herr's kind of misidentifying what units are here. I mean, obviously, I have the time to look and analyse this. Herr will be making split-second reactions here and will have placed down an off-map. Does pin down the two units at the back here, but definitely won't be happy if he sees this back at that off-map placement. Even the guys in Group 1s can make mistakes time to time. We think, you know, Gonzo, Herr, we think of them as the gods of Steel Division. But yeah, even at times they can make mistakes as well. Gonzo pushing forwards his infantry. Will they get there? Will this off-map come down? I think it's going to halt the progress of these Panzergrens. Yeah, one of them pinned down, the other pinned down. Will that top one? Yeah, gets pinned down as well. They are stuck in the middle of a heavy artillery barrage right now. Look at them. Absolutely on the floor. Oh, wow, a lot of men have died. A lot of men have died. These ones escaped most. Mostly escaped, but look at them. Absolutely pinned down on the floor, facing the dirt, trying to avoid the artillery strikes there. Beautiful animations from Eugen. Absolutely beautiful. So Gonzo has now concentrated on this center city, or this northern center city, and is pushing through a successful attack right now with the Valkyr, supported by the Battery Fuhrer. The Jagdpanzer IV is pushing forwards again. The Tiger that was here, obviously that was the unit that got repositioned. And the commander, the KG commander back here, commanding all from his safe house back in the city, giving the upvet to the Battery Fuhrer and the Valkyr. And this is a successful push from Gonzo here. Fantastic work by Gonzo. Taking a 14-10 to Herr. More off-maps coming down in the more southern area. So Gonzo, actually, having now focused on the more northern town, is being pushed back by Herr in the south. Can Herr make some more ground up? He's got a lot more units here now than he did previously, and I think he has that opportunity. In comes the DZIP KO 152. Will it be able to get in there in time and get an off-map down? No, the Battery Fuhrer does go down, but he can certainly restrict any kind of breakout from this town. But he is going to need more units to push back in there. He's bringing up a VZ VOD UPR, excuse me. The HG Panzergrens did make it through. They are taking shots on the Strelky, but I think They are going to go down once the remaining units from Herobert get into position. Herobert still has his early units in here, the Ognamachikis and the Sapri PPSH. They are going to start throw smoke once again. Close the engagement distance, but will these 3 men be able to handle the HG Panzergrens? I don't think they're going to be able to handle 2 squads. They are moving in for the kill. Do suppress down 1 squad. Will they get the suppression on the other squad? They could do it here. They aren't going to get the surrenders though, because they're behind enemy lines. So Gonzo is going to be able to fall those units back. Herobert is pushing in for the kills, but he's not going to manage it. Those units are going to live to survive another day. In comes the Ju-87G2 strike onto the T-34. The PE2 coming in, trying to get those kills on those Ju-87s. Oh, does get right behind one of them. Weapons jam. It does go down. The PE2 does get a kill there, but we've got an Gepard and an SDKFZ-71 firing on that PE2. The PE2 is going to get out alive because it is a heavier resistance fighter. At least I think it's going to get out. Yes, it does just get out there. We've got a Sturm Tiger onto the field. Has not taken a shot yet, so we'll have to look out for that. Gonzo just backing it off. I think he realised he was in a little bit of trouble there with that Sturm Tiger. Off map coming down into the northern side. Herobert does now have Strafniki coming forward. There was a VZ VOD there. I think he maybe cancelled that unit order, unless it went down in the truck here. Maybe it had an odd unit placement. I mean, look how Gonzo's bringing it down here so he can then micro them down through this little area. This is skill because he doesn't want to lose the units on this road. The Tiger E from Gonzo is protecting fairly well, although Herobert does unload and now takes them forward on foot. The off map from the DZIP KO-152 does come down, pins down a lot of units. I think Herobert's just looking to soften the area up, but that's giving Gonzo the indication that an attack is coming, so he's just ordering more units to come in here, replace those that have been beaten down by those off maps. Robert's not immediately pushing in, so he is giving Gonzo time to reinforce there. We're back to a 12-12. Looks like a Ju-87 strike did come down again. Another T-34 has gone down. Robert is chasing with the PE2. Is he going to get on the back? I think he is. I think he is. Does get the burst of fire. Will he get the kill? Will he get the kill? No. Doesn't get the kill. Does not get the kill with that PE2, so it's now got to fly itself all the way back over the Gepard, and maybe the SDKFZ-71. No, I think it's just out of range there. So hey, Robert, nice little micro, bringing it right down this edge of the map to avoid the central AA there. Keeps that PE2 alive, so good micro. I think this is the third and final off map coming into this town. But how is Herobert going to push back in there? Gonzo has a Tiger E and a Jagdpanzer IV. I can't imagine that both of them are going to go down. He has to find a way to get rid of those heavier tank units. And he did not have the AT planes in his deck. So, cannot do it from the skies. Cannot do it from the skies. In comes the Bayo FI 156C. Doesn't tell me the off-map caliber, unfortunately, so I can't quite remember that. Gonzo again. Bringing in more units to replace those that he's losing. It's going to be the Begleit Grenadiers this time. But Herobert's going to be able to give himself, you know, get himself slightly in there. He's going to bring himself back into contention. He is moving forward the KO once again, so maybe he does have one more strike there. The 156. Look at this tightly packed off map onto the units that Herobert has in that north, and Gonzo's going to look to exploit that. He has the 1311 now. He's kind of pushed back in this southern area once again. And Herobert, how is he going to make this back? That's my question right now. How is Herobert going to make this ground back? He could look to get into an attritional battle. Oh, the Su-88 is in. But it is being fired on by the Pak-38. Herobert rightly pulling that back. I reckon that was to target the Sturm Tiger. which looks like it launched a couple of shells down here. Possibly one here as well. Yeah, it looks like 4 shells have been used. Oh, his second Sturm Tiger. I'd missed that one, but wow. Perfect shot onto the Pat gun that was in this location, or the AT gun, should I say, on the Russian side. Another Sturm Tiger shot does come in on the Strafniki, certainly pins that one down. Ju-87 G2 strike coming in once again, looking for the T-34 76 kills. Hey, Robert does have an ZSU M15 in here now, so will he be able to hold off that Ju-87 before it comes in for the strikes? Yes, he can. And that Ju-87 is in a tough spot. The PE, apologies, we'll get there. The PE is going to get round on the back of that. I reckon it's going to get the kill. If it can get into range, it should get the kill. Yeah, it does get the kill, but probably will go down here to the combined fire SDKFZ-71. Although, no, the Gepard has gone down. The Gepard has gone down in the southern area, and that's going to allow the PE-2 to get out. Oh, look at this. Gonzo pushing forward a Panzer IV-G very aggressively. Wow, this is odd movement from Gonzo. I'm kind of surprised he's doing that. He's finding a shot onto the ZSU M15 here. Transmission destroyed. Will he get the kill before this Panzer IV-G gets stressed out? Looks like Robert's trying to get the Strokey on target. Will he get the kill? Load a knockout. Load a knockout. Gonzo backing that off. Wow, almost got a kill on the ZSU M15. Maybe that's why Gonzo pushed it up, was trying to sneak a kill onto that ZSU M15. Beautiful to watch, beautiful to watch. So the off-map did come down. Robert has been pushed out of that forest, and Gonzo now has the 1410. More off-maps coming in, targeting the reinforcements of Robert. Gonzo hasn't been able to be... Look at the absolute mountain of artillery strikes that have come down on this central city, but Robert hasn't managed to push Gonzo back out. Gonzo has a hell of a lot of infantry down here. He's now making a push on foot, and Robert spotted the artillery plane coming through. He's pushing his units back. I think he expects a strike right here, so he kind of is recognizing that. That is the one thing with artillery off maps. Gonzo pushing forward the Panzer IV-G once again. And, yeah, I'm not sure what he's looking to get out of that movement, if I'm honest. Maybe he's just trying to keep Robert on his toes. But does get into place, will be able to take... instantly get shot at by the KV-1S Conrotti and does go down. Robert will be able to see there's nothing in this town sort of in this position. Maybe he could push some infantry units down, kind of look to come down from this position, move more southwards into the HG Pioneers. But Gonzo's reinforcing that position. It's definitely looking for an attack here. Keeping the pressure on Robert. The off-map must have come down. Gonzo's pushing through the position, so I imagine it must have come down. Valkyr are engaging. They will beat out the Strokey there. Yep, down they go. Oh, the Jagdpanzer IV is coming through the light forest as well, and that should take out the T-34 76. So Robert does have an M42 gun coming up, and that will be in less than 500 meter range. So it should be able to take down that Jagdpanzer as well if it can get the right shot on target. Looks like we are going to have an engagement now between the T-34 and the Jagdpanzer. Incendiary and shooter knockout. So yeah, Robert is going to stay there with that shooter knockout. More fire coming in, but isn't managing to get a penetrating blow. Does now back off now that you can see that shooter knockout has been... Oh, that shooter has been recovered. And Robert rightly backs off that T-34 76. It's taken a lot of damage though, so I think another shell hit might well just destroy it from the combined damage that it has taken so far. Jagdpanzer pushes forwards but decides to back off once again. In comes another artillery off-map strike. It's going to be down on these units, and Robert doesn't have the AA to shoot down this Bayo, so unless he brings in a fighter, he is bringing in a fighter, so I don't think it's going to get there in time, but it might get the kill. Although Gonzo, I think that's the third strike, so I don't think he'll be too sad to see that one go down. Doesn't get the kill. Doesn't get the kill. The SDKF said 7-1 was enough to hold off that PE2. Surprising there. I'm surprised by that, but those SDKF said 7-1s, they are very strong units. Gonzo's still at a 14-10. There is 20 minutes left on this clock, and Robert's been pegged back across the board here. So I think Gonzo just needs to dig in and hold on for the victory. The off-max strike coming down here. Wow, look at the size of that strike. There must not be many of those hits. In fact, that's the Kolgarat. So there's just one strike. It's just one strike at a time. So there was one. There was one just here as well. And I'm not sure. Oh, the other one was in this forest here. It was just here. But yeah, they are the Kolgarat railway gun shells. So just one at a time. So Gonzo only has 3 shots with those. And I don't really think he managed to get any kills with any of them. But yeah, a bit of a bit of a one-off unit there with the Fallschirmpanzer Hermann Göring. Sturm Tigers, intensive micro units. Gonzo looks like he's used 4 shells there and 8 shells on the other Sturm Tiger. So is he getting full use out of these Sturm Tigers? Right now, they're both ready, waiting to fire. Gonzo just needs to give them an order. And that's the problem with Sturm Tigers. They're very micro-intensive. Very micro-intensive. Even someone like Gonzo, an absolute master of micro, still, you know, is missing out the opportunity to use these Sturm Tigers and constantly have them firing. That's the micro tax of the Sturm Tiger. Right there. Tiger E pushing forwards, should get the kill onto the T-34-76 Comrotti. There's assist 3 behind. That's under 5 from the Begleitgren. Does go down. This Tiger E is going to be unstoppable in this northern section now, and this is where Gonzo's going to wrap up the game. I really feel like this right now. I can't get my words out. The HG Panzergrens are pushing forwards. Gonzo just needs to push them on. He's going to pick up another flag here, I'm sure of it. The Tiger E, as long as... Oh, it is transmission damage, though. So it is going to move incredibly slowly, and it's going to give here Robert at least time to bring in some more units. But Gonzo needs to press this attack immediately, because I think he's got this northern side. Oh, we do have an SU-122 from here, Robert. I did miss that unit there, so that can definitely take down the Tiger, but it's just not located in a fantastic place here. I guess he's hoping that here Robert goes for the northern flank. Sorry, hoping that Gonzo goes to the northern flank here, but I can't see that happening. He's going to push down the road. Why would he not push down the road here and even, you know, further south than that? Although the SU could cover that area. We're going to see how that goes. We have another Bayo FI-156C coming in with the Kolgarat off map. Although, is that the same one? I can't remember how many you get of these. He might just be using that for the recon purposes to spot ones here. The PE2 does go down to the ME-109 G6. Interesting, Gonzo's using the ME-109 G6. Isn't using the... oh, no, sorry, I was getting mixed up there with the 5th Viking. I was going to say the Focke-Wulf. But no, I was getting mixed up there. The Valkyr do go down. They were trying to get into position to take a shot at this T-34-76 Comrotti. The HG Panzergrens are now engaging. Oh, the SU-122 is moving forwards. I think he's looking to support against the infantry, but that's going to give Gonzo the notice that this unit is in place, and he's going to be aware of it now. In comes a strafing run from the ME-109, just take down the infantry on the northern side. I think Gonzo is going to be very careful with his Tiger now. He is pushing it forwards. And this SU-122 has got incredible damage on its M30 cannon. 8 damage. Sorry, 4 on the HE shells. 8 on the heat shells. It just needs one shot, one hit, and it should get the kill with those heat shells. One penetration anyway. The units are pinned down. Gonzo's attack has been stalled, but look how far forward he is. Look where Herr needs to get back to pick up some more flags. Gonzo certainly has the upper hand right now. 13-11, 14 minutes left on the clock. I think Gonzo, the T-34-76 is spalling gun jams and sight damage. The Sturm Tiger's taking a shot at it now, bailed out as well. That unit is done for. And Her's got the Su-122s on the northern area as well. I think he's looking for maybe a shot onto the Sturm Tiger. These can penetrate those Sturm Tigers, because the other thing about these heat shells is they do not lose penetration over distance. So if we look at the Su-76, for example, it has the AP shells here. Do 105mm of penetration, but that is at around about 500-meter range. Once you get further on from that distance, the penetration drops off, you know, as it does in real life. The units are realistic to that effect. But the heat shells are special, you know, weapons. They are special ammunition. The heat shells do not drop off in penetration over range. So 160mm of penetration, it is 160mm of penetration at all distances up to max range of 2,000 meters. So that is a special property of the heat ammunition. The Sturm Tiger firing back gets a big hit onto the Su-122, but unfortunately it is not a killing blow. Oh, this one should be though. This one should be. Yes, does get the killing blow with the second Sturm Tiger. And these Sturm Tigers can be powerful, especially in the pairs, targeting the same position together. So Gonzo does get the kill down onto the Su-122. It's difficult to see where Her's going to push back here, because he's kind of spread out across the map. Gonzo's managed to pick off enough forces in all the positions to kind of spread out Her's forces. He's not got a big concentration of force in one area. It looks like the Jagdpanzer is going to tangle with the T-34 around this building here. Who's going to get the kill? Oh! Oh! Who got the kill there? Was that a double kill? Or did the M42 come in with a side shot? Surely. I think the M42 came in with a side shot there. I think the Jagdpanzer got the kill onto the T-34, and at the exact same time, the M42 took a shot at the side armor of the Jagdpanzer and got the kill there. That would have been an amazing double kill. Oh, that would have been something. Let's try and look out for that later on in the game. So we'll look out for that M42 gun called Essen. Gonzo's definitely established control over this northern position. He has beaten back Herr, definitely, you know, suppressed the units that were here, beaten them down. There's not many remaining. The main unit in here right now is the Su-122. If you can, oh, but look at Gonzo. He's got the Pak 40 in now, and he's pushing it forwards to get the kill on this Su-122. And I feel he can do it. He's got the AP shells turned on only. That's 145mm of penetration. It will do the job 100%. If he can get a hit on, that Su-122 is going to go down. The Pak 40 is going to line up the shot. Gets the hit. Oh, no. I think that was a miss. I think that was a miss. And Herr noticed and immediately pulls back. That unit, it was a hit. He did get the sight damage. Wow, I'm surprised. I am very surprised that was not a kill. I think Herr was quite lucky there that it rolled a critical and a sight damage came down onto that Su-122. But he cannot move that Su-122 forwards now. The Pak 40 is in place. It is under fire though from the Strelky DP. So we're going to see how Gonzo copes with that. He has the SCKFZ 251/2 now onto the field. Firing with the mortar shells. Oh, Herr using the ground attack command to fire on that AT gun position. Very intelligent play there. Gonzo's backing off with that with that pack 40. So nice work from Herr. Lives to fight another day, and very intelligent use of his units to hold that pack 40 at bay. Looks like Herr is investing much more in that northern side now. Oh, he has managed to pick a flag off in this southern area. The Sturmtag is moving very far forwards. I hope that's... I think he's going to take fire at this Strafniki up on the hill. Yes, he is. He's just finding the right position to do that. There you go. It has now found the right position. And Gonzo is going to take a shot with that Sturmtiger at those Strafniki. We'll see how many men get lost in this attack. Let's see it as it comes in. Oh, there it is. The strike comes down. Wow, did all of them go down? Every single man. There was around 18 men there. All went down to the Sturmtiger shot. Wow. And with kills like that, Gonzo is going to wear out Herr. He's gonna wear him down. Herr must be low on units now. Must be low on units. Gonzo must be fairly low himself, but I think he has more on the ground right now. And definitely in this northern central area, he definitely has enough here to hold back sustained attacks. So Herr just going to have a hard time getting through Gonzo's defense. Gonzo is trading well, and Herr is not trading well enough, I feel. Strafniki should be able to use a PTRD to get the kill onto the half track. Yep, there it goes. And unless they go down to more Sturmtiger shots, looks like the ME-109 is going to strafe in here. Yes, doesn't get the full kill. The Strafniki should finish off the units that are here. But it's all about whether, you know, Gonzo gets the opportunity to get a Sturmtiger shot in. And that will really hold things down. Looks like a plane went down there. I think that was the ME-109 from Gonzo that went down. T-34 is going to take the kill onto the half track. The HG Panzergrenz with the Faust are not going to hold things off. The Panzerschreck comes in. And yeah, Gonzo, rightly so, unloads that early. He's going to bring it into position, but I think that Panzergrenz is going to go down before he can get a shot off. Its range is 250 meters. He's looking for an opportunity onto this T-34. Oh, it's moving forwards. We could see a Panzerschreck shot here. Don't think Herr has spotted it, but the T-34 engaging with the Sturmtiger is just going to sit forever there and shoot at it. Yeah, Herr's pulling it back because he knows he can't penetrate that Sturmtiger. And the thing is, Herr, we said earlier on in the game at the very start with the decks that Herr was going to have a hard time penetrating the heavy tanks. Now, has he managed it? Let's have a look. There was a Tiger in this northern position. It has gone down, so he has managed that. There is a Tiger further north. That were the two Tigers. I don't think it's the same one, so I think Gonzo has lost one of his two Tigers. But the interesting thing is, we didn't consider at the time the Sturmtiger. We weren't thinking about that. We were thinking about penetrating the tanks, but this Sturmtiger has 175 millimeters of frontal armor. Herr just doesn't have a way to penetrate that Sturmtiger at distance. His AT guns have gone down. They've been shot down, probably from the Sturmtiger attacks. The rockets or mortar shells, rocket propelled mortar shells have done their job. They've taken down those AT guns, and what does Herr have left to penetrate those Sturmtigers? He doesn't really have anything. The only thing he can do is kind of try and get a side shot, try and get in close with the T-34s, but Gonzo's using them very intelligently, keeping them far away. We saw how close one got. As soon as he realised it got too close, he's backing it off, and he's backing it off once again. He doesn't want to leave it out in the open, and Gonzo is using those Sturmtigers really effectively. It looks like this one's even been resupplied, so Herr just cannot penetrate that Sturmtiger. I think the SU-122s, they're his best bet at doing the job now. But there is a Pack 40 here as well, and that will easily penetrate the SU-122, so he's already lost one of them to Sturmtiger attacks. Herr is kind of struggling to push back in. Gonzo has him at a 14-10. It looks like this Central compound is going to go down. The northern one, that was what gave Gonzo the 14-10. He's held off Herr Robert's attempts to push back in this northern area, and he's got a lot of units up here that can definitely, you know, continue holding Herr Robert at bay. In comes the Bayo FI 156C, the recon plane, being used as a recon plane after all the Kargarat mortar shells have been used. And Gonzo, yeah, picking up the 15-9, will win the game in 2 minutes time. Herr Robert is not going to have enough to come back, not in 2 minutes. We get another Sturm Tiger shot. It's going to come down on these units here. Both of them pinned down. Heavy losses. Heavy losses. Those Sturm Tigers have done a fantastic job. I think Herr Robert is trying to hit them with the Su-76 artillery, but I don't think he's going to manage it. I don't think he's going to manage to get any major hits off. Gonzo, 1 minute 30 left on the clock. He just has to keep his position. He doesn't have to do anything else. Herr Robert, he isn't going to find a way back. Another Sturm Tiger shot comes in. Down goes those 2 infantry units. And beautiful display of use of these Sturm Tigers. I have to say, I find them pretty hard to use myself. Just because of how micro-intensive they are, and also how they have to be in direct line of sight to fire, so sometimes it can be quite difficult. If you're trying to fire on units in the buildings, you have to get the right line of sight. The T-34 does push forwards once again. Gonzo is getting brave. He's pushing forwards his Panzerschrecks. He's trying to get a shot off on that T-34. Look at him push forwards with these Panzerschrecks. Will he get there in time? Will he get there in time? Oh, he looks... Oh my god, he's going to take the shot. Does he get the kill? No, I don't think that was... I don't think he did get the kill there. No, he did not get the kill. Is he going to get a second shot? Yes. Yes, he does get the kill. 30 seconds left on the clock. The Panzerschreck gets the kill. Well played, sir. Well played. Beautiful kill there. Beautiful kill. Oh no! Oh no! We witnessed him go down, but he fought valiantly. He got a T-34 kill. He did his job, and his captain will be very proud of him for doing that. Gonzo pushing forwards in the final few seconds. 5 seconds left on the clock. Robert did manage to pick up these 2 flags here, but it wasn't enough. Congratulations, Gonzo. Picks up the victory. 44 minutes, 2 seconds. 4,470 kills to 3,760 losses. Congratulations, Gonzo. Commiserations here, Robert. That there, if you were just hearing some background noise, that was my dog whining in the background. Let's have a look at the kills for Gonzo and the Jagdpanzer IV. Right off the bat, the Jagdpanzer IV, look at the number of kills that unit got. We said at the start of this game, Herr Robert was going to struggle to penetrate the heavier armoured units, and that Jagdpanzer IV made Herr Robert pay dearly. Absolutely dearly. SPW 233, they did a great job at the start for Gonzo, just holding off Herr Robert's rush. Herr Robert actually did if you remember back to the very start of this game, had a fantastic start with the Su-76 artillery strikes onto the reinforcing road of, or onto the main road that Gonzo was using to ferry his troops forwards to the front line, and Herr Robert got that early strike, managed to take up the area, but these SPW 233s were fundamental in holding off Herr Robert's reinforcements. Herr Robert just couldn't reinforce the position, and that allowed Gonzo to kind of push back into the area, you know, after a little bit of time and after he'd been able to reorganize his forces. What else do we have here? I'm anxious to find the Sturm Tigers. Here they are, the 2 Sturm Tigers, Zimmermann and Bartsch. Wow, look at this top one. 3 M42 guns and an SU-122 kill. The second one here, a lot of infantry units, 2 SU-122s and an OB-25. The SU-122s, they just couldn't get the shots on. Just couldn't get the shots onto those Sturm Tigers. Oh, here's the Kargarat mortar. Those 3 shells. I think this was actually the Northern Forest, where they got the Ognamachiki kills and the Sapari PPSH. We have a Tiger E here doing a great job as well. And I think that's where Herr Robert lost it. And look at this, the Panzerschreck, at the very end, the last of Gonzo's kills, taking out the T-34-76. But I think that's where Herr Robert lost it. If you look at the units that are getting the big kills, it's all the heavy armoured units. You know, besides the Kargarat, got the 2 Tigers, the Sturm Tigers. What else do we have? And the Jagdpanzer 4 at the very top as well. You know, lots of kills from those heavily armoured vehicles. On the side of Herr Robert, the Su-76 strike, the early strike onto the HG Panzergran, did get the early kills there and got 2 Opel Blitz munition truck kills as well. So good job from Kowalski in that Su-76. What else do we have here? I'm interested to know what got the Jagdpanzer 4 kill. So we're going to look out for that unit. Yeah, the 152mm off-map artillery didn't really get as many kills there as Herr Robert would have liked. I mean, Herr Robert has still got a lot of kills. But just wasn't enough. Here it is. Yes, it was the M42 gun that got the Jagdpanzer 4 kill. I was pretty certain about that, but I did want to check just in case. You never know what can happen. And it was the Razvedka units, Smolensky, that got the kill on Apt at the very end with that HG Panzerschreck. That was a fantastic game. I really love that, and I hope you enjoyed the cast of that, because I think we got some great cinematic action, especially on that run of aircraft kills that we got. I really loved this game. Fantastic game to start us off on the Steel Division 2 League. Beautiful, beautiful game. Thanks very much for watching. I really hope you've enjoyed this. We're going to have lots more Steel Division 2 action coming up over the next few weeks. If you haven't subscribed, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any action. Also hit the like button. It gets the game out to more people's eyes, and that's what we want to happen, so we can have more players playing and more games being cast. And also, you know, check out my links in the description. I have my Discord in there, I have my Twitter linked in there, and I also have my Twitch pages, so please check out those links and support me if you can. If you have, you know, some spare cash and you want to support me in my efforts, head over to my Patreon page. All of the money is being used on hardware upgrades, so the aim is that any support that you give me, you know, you will see it back again. When I'm able to upgrade my hardware, you'll see better quality videos. So that's the aim of the game. Thanks very much for watching. I am Angry Birds. I will see you next time.